slip. If you ain't dripping, you slip. Hey, Gucci and Louis and Prada. I'm counting up all of my dollars. Check out my drip, yeah, big league. And whipping straight out the faucet. Calculate all of my profits. Predicting it just like a profit. Look at that interest is dripping. I traded it, now you can't stop it. I'm putting my team on. We getting that cream on. With a crypto billionaire. Hold on. Down to a brunch with the billionaires. Check out the drip. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah. Buy 365%. He all in my ear. Yeah. All I really need to hear, dip. If you ain't dripping, you slip. If you ain't dripping, you slip. If you ain't dripping, you slip. And you catch me, I'm buying a dip. Come on. If you ain't dripping, you slip. Man, y'all know what time it is. It's your boy KingPachino, aka Mr. King Crypto. You know, let's check out the drip. You know what I'm saying? Check out the drip. LV shades on, Apple Watch on with the frame, pinky ring just to show them what time it is. Nice little chain. Oh, pocket full of money. Don't trip. Pocket full of money too. Pocket full of money too. Don't trip. Buy the dip. Don't trip. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Don't trip. Buy the dip. Listen, we're going to get into it, guys. Listen, put this in a trusted place. Listen, guys, we're going to talk about, you know, people been, I want to shout out, first of all, let me put all my disclaimers out there. I'm not a financial advisor. I am simply documenting my journey on the largest wealth transfer in the 21st century. Anytime you invest, make sure that you follow the #1 rule, right? Make sure you follow the #1 rule, which is only invest what you can afford to lose. Okay, that's the #1 rule, okay? Now, we're going to get into this thing, guys, real quick here, because I have been contacted by a lot of people that's watching. I want to shout out to everybody that's showing love on the actual Crypto Millionaires YouTube. We finally passed over 400 subscribers, so we're a small community, guys, but guess what? They showing love, and I appreciate everybody that's showing love. So, but we gonna talk about this money. Let's talk about this money, because I know everybody want to make some money, right? So we gonna talk about this money. We gonna talk about this drip. Let's talk about this drip. Let's talk about this drip. Hey, listen. So I had some people ask me some really good questions, man. I want to shout out to all the people that's showing love, but I had some people ask me, man, what do you think? Is it better to join a big team, or is it better to join a small team, right? And that's a really valid question. Hold on, guys. It's a lot of money right here. Hold on. Put this somewhere. But that's a really valid question, right? The answer to that question, guys, and you know, I have, as I started learning more and more about how the compensation plan, how does the airdrops work, how does the commissions work, you know, the BRIF coin and all of those things, just kind of really figuring out how this thing works, because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube and you really want to get to the bottom of it. And I'm the type of guy, I'm going to always get to the bottom of it, you dig? So we're going to talk about this. So, you know, based on me evaluating everything and being a leader myself, guys, who have put in over 30 plus people personally myself, all hand by hand, guys, not a big YouTuber just clicking a link and you just become a number. No, every single person that has come into the Crypto Millionaires, I have personally worked with them, personally screen shared, showed them exactly what to click on and all of those good things. But what I have come to learn, even by doing that and working with each person that has come on board, what I have come to realize, and based on the information that I've seen, guys, that it's better if you're looking to grow with the team, if you're looking for potential natural airdrops, because you know 20% of a leader's commissions goes down into the organization, right? So, but here's the deal. This is the thing you have to understand, is that those commissions, that 20% of the leaders' commissions that go down into the organization, those commissions are not taken and evenly dispersed amongst everyone on the team. It doesn't work like that. They designed it that way on purpose. The way that they designed that 20%, so when a leader is earning commissions, guys, that 20% that goes to the team beneath them, it only goes to one person at a time. So that means if you're a part of a big team, let's say you find this opportunity on YouTube and you find some big guy, he's making all kinds of money, he has 2,000 people on his team, and in your mind you're thinking, I want to join that big team because he's making so much money, I want him to airdrop me. I want you to understand this. that because there's already 2,000 people on his team, or 1,500 or whatever, how many ever people is on that team, you got to understand that that commission is only going to go to one person each time. So that means you are way behind in the queue for an airdrop, for a natural airdrop, meaning the commissions that's being earned, that's pushed down into the organization. If you join a big team, it seems like a great thing to do, guys, but technically you're just you're a needle in the haystack, because there's so many other people there and everybody's waiting for an airdrop, and guess what? It randomly selects people. So you really don't have a higher chance of getting an airdrop anytime soon through the compensation plan, right? Now, some leaders, they'll take their own and also do additional airdrops. But here's the deal. Normally when they do that, they have all kinds of requirements, right? I see on YouTube, hey, you gotta have 10 drip deposit, you gotta have this and that, you gotta have people on your team, gotta hold a coin, this and that. So that also eliminates a lot of people as well too. So I want you to keep that in mind. You know, I'm not saying that joining a big team is a bad thing. I'm just trying to make sure that you're aware of, when you do join a big team, how that actually works. Because if you don't know the mechanics, you just think, hey, I'm joining a big team because all the money's over there, so I'm gonna join a big team. No. It's just like, guys, when a coin comes out, it's first mover's advantage, right? It's who gets in first with that team when that team is in the beginning of growing, because whoever's in first is going to continue to get airdrops because the team is smaller. So it's going to rotate around and hit you faster. Once that team gets really big, guys, and you're coming in, there's no telling when you're going to get an airdrop. So in my opinion, I don't think that it's best to join a big team. I think that it's better to join a smaller active team, not a small team and nobody's doing nothing. But if there's somebody that's out in the marketplace that has a smaller team and they're very active and they're building and they have things for you to plug in and they're building a community, they have things for you to plug into, that would be the best move for you to make, right? And not only for yourself, but even for the longevity of the coin as well too. Because think about it, if you have people, let's say, who got this coin at $2 a piece, right? Let's say they got the coin when it was only $2, right? They have tons of coins. They're making tons of money. They don't need you to join them to make tons of money. Their compound interest is already doing it. They got the coin at a very cheap price, and everyone that's just, you know, going to them because they have big results, you got to understand that the buying power that they have, we're giving them more buying power. You got to understand that, right? You're creating a well within the system in a sense, because remember, if a person is earning, let's say a person is earning 16,000 a day through the hydration, that's great, but understand that that 16,000 is available for them to do what they want. Now they will get taxed 10%, but that's not a Wells tax. But when you look at the amount that's in the faucet, that's a nice little amount. So if we continue to push people that already at 20,000, 15,000 a day, and new people are just joining the bigger teams, you got to understand that more volume, we're giving them more buying power, and it's not an even distribution, and that could sometimes be negatively affect the price of the coin. Because when we have a bear market, the people, let's say that if there's 50 people that's out there that's making tons and tons and tons and tons of money, which is a blessing for them. Not knocking that. I'm just kind of breaking things down for you to understand. Let's say they're making tons and tons of money, and we have a bear market like we just had, then they have so much buying power. If they choose to, they can say, hey, I'm finna start pulling nothing but profits. And they can tax me, but I'm gonna keep, and that will negatively affect the price of the coin, because the price of the coin is going on based on what's going into the faucet and what's coming out of the faucet. So as a community, I think an even distribution would be better when we look at a long-term play. And I'm even including myself in that, because I know that 8-9 months from now, my organization will be huge, and I will be out, and I'm including myself in that deal. When I get to that point, it probably wouldn't be the best thing for somebody just randomly to just join my team. Now I'm going to continue to work with people, and I'm going to continue to build people, hands-on, not just from a YouTube clip. I'm going to be actually working with people, because that's what I do. I'm a networker, right? So, but you know, I would say, yeah, you know, if you don't want to get lost in the shuffle or just be a number and you want to have, it's kind of like the big teams are like the big mega church. And, you know, I love mega churches. I'm out here in Houston. I love to go see Joel Osteen. I love a big church. You know, they have all the fancy bells and whistles, and that's great. But sometimes I also love, my brother is a pastor. I love to go to his church, a small church, where you know the pastor, where they can personally work with you, pray over you, and things like that. So having a smaller team that's active, it's better, guys, because guess what? You're going to grow with that team. So I want you to think about the big teams that's out there that you're probably seeing on YouTube. You might maybe even be a part of that team. Ask yourself, when did you become a part of that team? Because the realization is there were people in the beginning of that team, the same way that there was people in the beginning of Drip. Does that make sense? There were people when Drip first came, there were people right there in the beginning to ride the wave. And now we're looking at the results of people who were at the beginning with Drip. And the same thing vice versa. There are people who started a team, and there were people who joined that team in the beginning. And in the beginning, they were able to continue to get airdrops and grow as the team grew. So now the team is huge. You have all these new people in, but they're in the queue way deep in the line to get airdrops. And there's probably all kinds of, you know, stipulations for them to get direct airdrops, right? But the people that were in the beginning, those people were naturally getting airdrops, right? And so that's my opinion, guys. And I wanted to come and share that with you guys because I've been getting asked that question a lot. And so, yeah, do your research, guys. If you do not have a team, you know, you can join the Crypto Millionaires. We're a small team, about 40 deep now, but we're active. We have our own Facebook group, our own chats. We talk in there every single day, guys. I let them know when the dips are happening, when the bull runs are happening, motivation in there. We talk about everything, guys, from everything. We talk about everything in there. Every single day, we're in there every single day, and everybody knows everybody that's in there. So if that's something you want to be a part of, let me know. My information is below. My buddy address is below, guys. You already know what time it is. Let me drop this track for y'all, man, because if you ain't dripping, you slipping. You ain't tripping, you slipping.
Yeah, shout out to the crypto millionaires.
Shout out to my crypto millionaires.
You slipping.
Let's go by the dip.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping.
Drip.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping. You catch me, I'm buying the dip.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping,
Crypto millionaires, what's up?
Gucci and Louis and Prada.
I'm counting up all of my dollars. Check out the drip, yeah, every league, and 1% straight out the faucet. Calculate all of my profits, predicting it just like a prophet. Look at that interest is dripping.
I traded and then you can't stop it.
I'm putting my team on, we getting our cream on. We the crypto millionaires, sitting back doing brunch with the billionaires. Trip to Dubai, look at the sky, profit is all that we fly. Look at the price of the drip, we get a piece of the pie. It's up at the time to see it. Buy 365%. Call up Jabir, he all in my ear. He telling me this is my year. 100K in this deposit. All I really need to hear is dip. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. You catch me, I'm buying the dip. Hey, if you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. Hey, guess what, y'all? Hey, I'm all in the metaverse. I'm digital travel the universe. I look at the price of the dripping is going up. So the whole crew will alert.
Crypto, we go berserk.
Hey, you witness a certified bull run. 60 to 70, 80 to 90 and 30 days weekend full, son. Check out my stash. I don't do cash, only do Metamask. Went to the Hamptons, I'm up in virtual, man, and we had a blast. Look at the way that I'm dripping saucy.
Check out my jewelry game, it's
Frosty.
She love the way that I'm driving flossing.
KingPachino bouncing. Compound interest.
Ain't nothing suspicious.
If you ain't dripping, then you must be slipping. Ain't paying no attention.
Crypto game took it to the top. Don't drip out the dip when the bell drop.
Hey,
Boy, y'all made it hot.
talk crypto now when we on the block. Dip. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. You catch me, I'm buying the dip. Check out them frames.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you
Yeah,
ain't dripping, you
big
slipping.
boys, let's
If
go.
you ain't dripping, you
Hey,
slipping.
hey, hey.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping,
Hey,
you slipping.
you catch me, I'm buying the dip.
If you ain't dripping,
Hey,
you slipping.
hey, hey. Man, I'm gonna stop playing with y'all. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. And like I always say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top because you're built for greatness. Let's go. I'm out.